Hi, my name is Stephen Young. I'm the youth director at Rocky River United Methodist Church. And I welcome everyone to a new series that we're starting this week. What do you believe? What do you believe? So I'm really excited about this series because in this series we're going to be talking about different belief systems, right? We're going to be talking about Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, all these different belief systems around us, and seeing what do they believe and how does what they believe compare to Christianity. We're going to see, compare and contrast the different beliefs around us in our society, right? We have so many different people around us, and there's so many different beliefs. As our culture becomes more diverse, has become more pluralistic, which pluralistic means just lots of different beliefs and religions, right? So I'm really excited about this one, and I really hope it can be beneficial and helpful to you for understanding the Christian faith while also understanding the faiths around us so that we can better witness for Christ, have a better understanding of what we believe and why we believe it. So I'm excited about this series. It's week one. It's just going to be very general. We're going to talk about what does it mean to believe and talk about beliefs, right? That's what we're going to talk about here in week one. So you want to check out any other videos I have done, go to rrumc.org, and they're all up there. And you can find just different videos on different topics. So anyways, I'm excited about week one. What do you believe? So first, we're going to begin with everyone believes something. Everyone believes something. So I say this because don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, because there are many people out there that say, oh, I don't believe in anything, right? I don't believe there is a God. That's a belief, right? Or they say all religions are the same. That's a belief, okay? Or they'll say, well, morals of good, right, and wrong, it's all subjective. It's all culturally relative. That's a belief, okay? Or they say, what is true for me may not be true for you, but it's true for me. What's true for you is true for you, and that's how it is. That's a belief. Okay, I think these statements, we hear these statements all the time, continually in our culture, right? But they're beliefs. There's this sense of it, like, if I think this way, I'm kind of above all the religions. I'm sticking my head above all the religions, and I can see all of them, and I can look down on them. It's a very elitist view to say, oh, I'm just above all of that. All those religious people, they skirmish over there, but here's me. I believe there is no God, or I believe all religions are the same. Those are all beliefs. Okay, you can't put that in a test tube. There's no empirical data to prove what you're saying. And even if you say there is no real truth, your statement there is a statement on truth. We can't get away from that in our society. There is such a thing as truth. All right, and we'll talk a lot about that throughout this series. Truth. So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Everyone believes something. As a matter of fact, to live your day-to-day life, you have to believe something, okay? Right? You gotta believe something. Even the atheist, right? Or who doesn't believe anything, right? Someone who doesn't believe anything. They believe something to go their day-to-day lives. Now, of course, they may believe like life is just about gaining wealth. It might be life is just about influence others. Life is just about fill in the blank. Possessions, family, friends, whatever, right? Fill in the blank. But we live for something. The human being, this is what makes us different than animals, okay? Yes, we're creatures like animals, right? Animals are creatures, we are creatures, but we are different, right? We're different. And that we sense this bigger, ultimate question and meaning, again, that I'll get to later. Animals don't care, right? They don't have this sense of moral right and wrong. They don't you don't see squirrels huddled around these pile of nuts chanting. That's a human thing, right? And if you saw animals doing that, if you go outside of your backyard and there's a bunch of squirrels chanting around burning nuts, I mean, there's something going on right there, right? Right? It's craziness. So this is what makes us unique as human beings. We have these day-to-day beliefs, something that gets us up in the morning, And these are things that just aren't, it's just not chemicals in our brain, which again is kind of like everything's just chemicals, everything is just emotional movements, we just don't know, right? No, we have these beliefs that get us up in the morning to get us to do what we want to do, okay? So don't be fooled, we all have beliefs. The question is what belief is going to dominate, right? And that's kind of, and I'll hit on this a little later more throughout this series, but that's the question. It's not do we have beliefs or not. The question is whose beliefs are going to dominate. And that's kind of the conflict we have and especially in America right now. And then also what you believe matters. So everyone has beliefs, and what you believe matters. I kind of love this picture here. Just the sign with all these different religions on it pointing different ways, right? So what you believe, like if you believe Christianity, you're going that way. If you believe Judaism, you're going that way. If you believe Islam or Buddhism, you're going this way or that way. See, right? There's all these different directions. Because what you believe determines how you think, determines how you act, okay? Again, don't be fooled if you say, oh, no, it doesn't matter what you believe. Believe whatever you want to believe. It does matter, okay? It does matter. If someone believes that, I believe in the survival of the fittest, and I believe killing someone, so what? I'm the fittest to kill them, all right? What you believe matters, okay? So don't be fooled by, it doesn't matter what you believe. Just believe whatever you want to believe. It does matter. Because what you believe determines what you think and determines how you act. We act out what we believe, okay? It absolutely matters. Finally, religion. So the purpose of religion, so even atheism is a religion because all religions give answers to life's ultimate questions. Even being an atheist has answers to life's ultimate questions. So we're going to look at just 5 of these, and there's tons of them. We're looking at 5 major, ultimate, large, big picture questions that we as human beings ask ourselves. First, creation or existence. How did everything come into existence? All right, religions answer this question. How do things come into existence? How do we answer that, right? And this is something, again, that goes beyond science, okay? Of course, you could say the Big Bang is a theory, okay? No one observed it. No one measured it. No one put it in a test tube. It's a theory of what we see. It's a theory, okay? But religions ask this question, how did everything come into existence? They give answers to that. Finally, purpose. What is the purpose for everything in existence? Does it have purpose? These are big questions, right? Purpose, that's huge, right? What is my purpose? What is the purpose of the sun, the moon, the stars? What is the purpose of this earth? What is the purpose of all the cultures, all the people around us? What is their purpose? What is humanity's purpose? What is the animal kingdom's purpose? These are huge questions. Meaning. What is the meaning for everything? What is my meaning, right? Meaning is also a huge question. What's the purpose for everything? What's the meaning of everything? What's the meaning for why we get up day to day? What's the meaning for humanity trying to reach to Mars and reach to the stars? Why? Why does humanity have this meaning or seeking this meaning and this purpose, right? Meaning and purpose overlap. Why? Why do we even have? Why do we? If we can even get deeper than that, why do we even seek purpose and meaning? Where does that come from, right? And religions give answers to these big questions. So for example, someone who believes in a Buddhist, who's a Buddhist, right? Their answers are going to be different than someone who follows Judaism or Islam or an atheist. All of those answers to these questions are going to be different. And then morality, how we treat others. What is right and wrong? How do we know what it is? How do we know what right and wrong is? What is right and wrong, right? Questions of morality are very, very, very important. How we treat each other, how we treat the environment. Again, religions answer this question. And then death. What is death? Is there anything after death? Death is huge, right? We as human beings have this desire of knowing what is going to happen to me after I die. And again, all religions attempt to answer these questions. All religions are attempting to answer these questions. And again, if someone says, I don't believe in any truth, I don't believe whatever, but you have answers to these questions. Even someone who is not religious, right? If you're quote unquote not religious. And I would argue that all of us are religious. I would argue that to be human is to be religious in some sense of the word. So all religions are attempting to answer these questions. Every one of them. And then finally, also, truth matters. Truth matters. Okay? Again, there's just this attempt in our society that, all beliefs are the same. You might have seen the stickers on cars that say just coexist. Coexist. And I understand the sentiment, okay? I understand the sentiment. Because people look at religions, they see conflict, they see fighting, they see arguments. But listen here. Even if you say all religions are the same, first, that can't be true because all these religions are contradicting each other. To say all religions are the same is to kind of say, I have this viewpoint that's above all religions, and I see over all of them, and I see that they're all the same. They're all leading up the same mountain. That can't be true. It just can't logically be true because as we go through this series, we'll see major conflicts between religions. Listen, religions aren't, some people say, they're just superficially different. No, they're fundamentally different. Okay? The religions are fundamentally different from the building blocks of the faiths. These different faiths, they're different. One's leading you this way, one's leading you that way, one's leading you up, one's leading you down, one's leading you right. Okay? To just say they're just all the same is to do all, in all respects, is a sense of ignorance. It's a sense of, I don't want to learn about these faiths. I don't really want to speak to these faiths. I just want to say they're all the same so I can get on with my life. Okay? With all due respect. If you really look at these faiths and you take a hard look at them, you see they are fundamentally different and they cannot all be true. And that goes for even the people who say, I'm an atheist and I stand above it all. Well, your belief is contradicting another belief. And this gets back to what I was saying earlier. It's not that we don't believe anything. It's the fact is whose belief is dominant. And we're facing that in our culture. We're having these culture wars over belief systems. Ways of believing, ways of seeing the world, ways of living, ways of interpreting what we see in our lives. Ways of what's the good life? What is happiness? What is the way things, what is morality? What is right and wrong? These are huge questions that are clashing and clashing and clashing. So truth matters. Truth matters. All right, so and I want to use this metaphor too. So imagine, use this metaphor. Imagine you go to the doctor. You say, Doctor, I am sick. I'm sick. I'm not feeling well. Doctor, I'm sick. And the doctor says, okay, this is what you need to do. Do whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel good, whatever you find is true, but just follow that. Go that way. You say, okay, doctor, if you say that's what's going to make me better, I'm going to go do it. And you do it, and you come back, doctor, it's not getting better. I'm still sick. And then you explain to the doctor what you did. The doctor says, well, yeah, what you did there, that's going to make you worse. And then you ask the doctor, why didn't you tell me that to begin with? Because, it's because I don't want to give you the truth. Because the truth is going to force you to do things you may not want to do. It's going to reveal things you may not want to know. Right? And of course, you're sick. You say, okay, doctor, I'll take it. I'll take the nasty pills. I'll take the shots. I'll have the surgery. I'll do whatever the truth is for my sickness so I can be made well. Listen, if we do not know what the truth is and we just go out and live whatever, right? We can be affecting ourselves in ways that we don't even realize. Because to be honest, truth hurts. Truth hurts. But we need to be willing to hear it and to listen to it, to take it in. And this is what the crisis we're facing in our society. What is truth? Which leads me to the last verse, or leads me to this verse. John chapter 18, verses 37 through 80. I love this verse. This is Jesus speaking. He says, in fact, the reason I was born, the reason he came into the world is to testify to the truth. I just love this verse. And Jesus is saying this 2,000 years ago. And Jesus says, reason I was born and came into the world is for truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me. And of course, this famous statement, what is truth? Retorted Pilate. And just kind of a spoiler alert, there's no other religious figure who said something like Jesus said. Just kind of a spoiler alert. This is bold. That is incredibly bold to say, I came to testify about the truth. And everyone who listens to me is on the side of truth. That's bold. Jesus is either telling the truth or he's a lying lunatic who's lost it. He can't be a good teacher here. He can't be, oh, Jesus, he's a good guy. Is he? If he's a good guy, if this isn't true, he's lying to you. Can he still be a good guy if he's lying to you? Or if he's really telling the truth, we have some questions to ask ourselves. Am I on his side? Am I on the side of truth? And of course, this statement here is a statement of our culture, of humanity, really. What is truth? What is truth? So I'm excited about this series as we tackle this question, what is truth? And we look at all the different various beliefs in our society. And so I'm doing the best to explain and speak through those. There's a book that I'm working through that's I'm going to be using as a tool. But yeah, I'm just excited about this series, and I really hope that it'll be helpful for you as it's helpful for me as we continue to grow and learn. Also learn to respect the neighbors and the people around us, respecting what they believe, knowing what they believe, but also knowing what we believe and how we can speak to them. Thank you so much for watching these videos, and I pray and I hope that this has been a strength and encouragement for your faith.